now let's talk about Brock Purdy, because people out here hating on Brock Purdy too. Oh man, I caught it right here where Stephen A. Smith on his show allowed my man Shannon Sharpe to talk about Brock Purdy. And Shannon Sharpe went there. And Shannon Sharpe went there in a way that at first caught me off guard. Then I had to kind of come back around and say, very interesting. Listen to Shannon rip on Brock Purdy.
Did Brock Purdy put all the criticism to bed?
No, he's gonna have to do it in the Super Bowl. Have to do it in the Super Bowl. So what good? So let me get this. If he gets to the Super Bowl and he plays like he did against the Ravens, what are you saying, Dio?
Let me get this right. The only way that you're finally going to give him the rightful credit that he has earned is he's got to go now knock off Patrick Mahomes?
He silenced some of the critics, but if he doesn't finish it off, what has he done? Okay, Lamar Jackson is going to be the MVP. Did he silence his critics? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, then. So what are you talking about?
Shannon, you just said if he doesn't finish it off, what has he done? He's gone from being the last pick of the draft and led a team to the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl in his first 2 years as a starter. But if Brock Purdy goes into the Super Bowl and plays an average game and they lose to Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes, it is not going to diminish anything that he has done.
All right, that was Shannon Sharpe and Dan Orlowski going back and forth on Brock Purdy. Did he put the criticism to bed? Do y'all see how they rigging it? You see how this game is played? Like every single step someone takes, we ask them, did they finish the marathon? Did they get first place? Did they accomplish their goal? Like this hyper criticism, right? Because we ain't got nothing else to talk about, right? Like anything. If you married, you understand what I'm talking about. Or you just hanging with your boy or whatever. And then sometimes you got to just remind people, saying nothing is saying something, right? Shut up. Like, dog, what? Dog, we there yet? It sound like that. Don't it sound like, we there yet? Like this topic to me, when I heard him, I was like, my first thought was like, it sound like my kids. Soon we get in the car, soon we go in my Elon Musk mobile, my Tesla. Soon as I move like out the garage, Daddy, we there yet? God, dog, put the iPad on. Watch Minecraft, whatever you got to do, play it. What are you talking about? So right now, I can just hear Shannon and Dan, are we there yet? Like, are we there? Is he a great quarterback or not? I'm like, he in his second year. So that's why at first I was like, Shannon, you off on this. What you talking about, Willis? I'm with Dan talking about, dog, he's a 7th rounder, Mr. Irrelevant, who is now in the Super Bowl. And we're questioning, has he put the criticism to bed? This ain't the question. This can't be the real conversation. If I'm Dan, I'm like, what you really want? What you really want to say? Like, just say it, dog. This ain't it. Like, a 7th? Yo, imagine you a 7th rounder, first of all, and you on the team starting the second year? Hallelujah. 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 And then, not only that, you done played your way into the $40 million conversation. Not only that, you got your team in the Super Bowl. You can win the Super Bowl. I got Patrick Mahomes. And they talking about, I don't know. His critics, he still hasn't done them. I don't care if he go 0 for 30 in this game. How many yards is that? 0. He can go 0 for 30, and I'm still sitting there like, next year he gonna be a baller. Like, I'm just thinking the momentum, the snowball effect of the confidence that he is getting every single time. How he responded to getting clowned against the Baltimore Ravens in the regular season at the end, to responding in the playoffs, to finally, when it was mattering the most, in that Detroit game, Purdy said, let's go. Come on, jump on my back. Let's go. Right? Be real. I don't care what he does in the Super Bowl. Like, a lot of people don't even get there, let alone how they do when they get there. I am okay with Brock Purdy. So then I was sitting there fully comfortable on Dan Orlowski's side until I started thinking, this game is rigged. Not talking about outcomes. I'm talking about how every time we build someone up, every time they give somebody something, flowers, money, compensation, somebody else is sitting there to take it away because it is a competition, right? So in this zero sum, we're going to have to take from you if you're going to get something. That means when you get it, somebody coming to take it. Y'all follow this? So in the healthy spirit of competition, Shannon kind of right in this way. Whatever we going to give him, we looking to get back. You don't believe me? Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes went on the road before that Baltimore game, and what was the conversation? Well, he's never been on the road before. In the Buffalo game, right? Then he won that one. Oh, but this is Baltimore. This is the number one team. The whole playoffs. What will Patrick Mahomes do on the road? He's never been there before, which is a good conversation to have. But damn, y'all doubting even me? And so Patrick Mahomes goes out there. He wins this Super Bowl. Yeah, you beat Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Here they go. Or he loses the Super Bowl. You lost to Brock Purdy? So then they gave that to Brock Purdy. But we know what energy is. It can't be created or destroyed, just transferred. So we're going to give all that love we have for Patrick Mahomes to Brock Purdy. And then next year, we're going to question Brock Purdy as soon as he stumbles. So I'm on both sides with that one. But for my money, for real, Brock Purdy, you ain't got to do nothing in the Super Bowl, dog. You there. You in the Super Bowl Media Day. Your face, bro. Mr. Irrelevant to Media Day in 2 years? Oh, let me bore y'all again since y'all want to act like, what's the big deal, Marcellus? Second-year quarterback in the Super Bowl. Oh, we've seen it before. Yeah, but check these names out. We only seen from second-year quarterbacks that started in the Super Bowl these names. Dan Marino. You trying to tell me Brock Purdy, Dan Marino? Kurt Warner. Tom Brady. Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger. Have I said not a dude name yet? These are dudes. Colin Kaepernick, who had his moments, but not them. And Russell Wilson. Okay. So it almost feels like 4-1-1 or 5-1, right? Colin Kaepernick certainly not on the level of the other 5. Russell Wilson, you could make that argument. Depends on how it finishes for him, but him. Huh? And please don't give me this, oh, well, so what? It's just stats. It's just whatever. It's luck. It's organization. Where Tom Brady at? Oh, yeah, 0-1. About to say, he played against me. First touchdown ever. That's insane. He's going to be insane because he's already at that level. Now, he could be at Colin Kaepernick, whatever that is. That ain't the same tier. That ain't Hall of Fame worthy. But goodness, the floor is Colin Kaepernick and the ceiling is Tom Brady and Dan Marino and others. He don't put everybody to bed. And if not, your ass need to get some rest because you over there set tripping on them. All right. Speaking of set tripping, woo, Joe Budden, who I love. Joe Budden, I don't know how to say this, but I think of all the podcasts out there, the one that is all-encompassing, like the one that captivates me the most is Joe Budden's, when Joe Budden is talking. Like Joe Budden, look, I'm glad he got the ensemble and I like all that, but I love Joe Budden. He say something, I'll be like, dog, let him speak. I get mad when they interrupt him too. I'll be like, dog, let him speak. He's just different. Joe Budden's special.